All right, so now we're going to talk about slurs, which are basically the idea of doing something where you're only hitting the pick once. This is hammers and pull-offs. Hammer, the logic here is that I'm trying to press the string into the fret, right? My finger is going down. And the way I wrote these are within frets, so rather than doing an open string, it's a good way to start. The open strings can sometimes be hard because it's hard to aim. So here I'm going second fret with my pointer finger, and then I'm gonna try to get my middle finger down on the fret next to it. And this is a very old exercise. I don't even know if anyone really takes credit for it. Middle to ring. That's a hard one. This is all about just building finger strength. Ring to pinky. So, we talk about, we had those earlier warm-ups. Middle to pinky and pointer to pinky. So all the different options. So that's what we're doing. We're just trying to get that finger, right? I'm really trying to just use that leverage. We talk about the use of the pinky. It's like you're unscrewing something, right? My thumb is slamming that pinky in there. And that it's about how quickly you get there, not necessarily how hard you press. Just like a hammer. I mean, think about, I keep talking about hammers, but if a hammer, if you just push it into the nail, it's not going to work. But if you use the weight of it to get it down, then you're actually going to have success. Pull-offs can often better be called like pull downs, because what I'm doing is I'm using my finger. I'm not just lifting off. I'm actually trying to get a little bit of a pop. So in here I'm pulling down. These are hard, right? But great for your left hand. Just as an exercise, just a really great way to work on those slurs. But you can do those with open strings now, too. The ones written are just for that. But you can sit there and use those for like ornaments in a chord, which is the next page here. So if I'm sitting here and I'm playing a G chord, well, I can sit there, keep my ring and pinky down, and just do a 2-3 like. Adds a little bit of rhythmic variety. This one's a little harder because it involves that open string on A. Now I've got a pull off on the D string. Same with the third string. C. If I get my pinky down here. So there's C sus that we did before. Pull that pinky down. I can take my middle finger off, and now we're going to mute it, but I'm going to try putting it on the third string. That's going to be a sus 2, or actually add 9, sorry. Take your major 7, and you just hammer it on. Pinky pull off, so it's 3rd fret. Pinky's always the never one. All right, so notice I'm always doing was like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pull off. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Pull it off the little string. I've got some over D. Hammer that pointer finger. What's the Hank Jr. thing? Double hammer there is a little tricky, but try it. Sus, go to A, hammer that middle, or the ring, I mean. Put that pinky down. classic country. That middle. Hammer that pointer finger. Makes a little bluesy sound. These are all just kind of fun things to experiment with. I won't go through quite all of them. We've got F. All these are in the audio tracks, a lot clearer and slower. You know, and so you can see anything that stands out. Very similar, like the hammer, the pointer, pull off, just whatever you can. You know, we're thinking about these are all notes that are in the scale. Whatever might work. So you're sort of trying to play part of the scale by doing some of these little slurs and pull-offs. Just as they're called ornaments, right? You know, they're decorating what your normal chord would have been. So try it out.